Good evening, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Again, I cannot believe how fast the weeks go by. I think there's a correlation with aging and time. When you're younger, time seems to creep by really slow. The days are so long, and I think with with every decade, time just seems to accelerate. Well, today, some of you don't know that maybe that I call this Radiant Rap for a reason. Radiant is for the things, it's an acronym for the things that I feel like we need to do to be healthy and whole. And they include radiant, rest, activity awareness, diet, introspection, that's the prayer, and meditation, agua, very important, water, note taking or journaling, and then training. And I wanted to talk about something today that's serious, and it pains me to even really talk about it, but I know that I need to be brave and talk about it. So basically, it's this. Beloved, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the first time in maybe all of history that the life expectancy of the younger generations are not as high as us, the parents, the baby boomers, right? Their life expectancy is shorter because of basically not taking care of your body. And it saddens me so much. It just pains me to that's a reality. It pains me that that's a reality. I mean, if you look at the CDC, the number one cause of death is heart disease. Heart disease. Yep. Over all the cancers, it's still heart disease, And then number two is cancers. If you look at the top 10, in those are stroke is included, respiratory disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's. A lot of cancers, a lot of heart disease, a lot of diabetes. These diseases, it's shown, it's proven that many of these diseases are preventable. Not all. And we can only do what we can do. Yes, I think someone posted, I don't know, it was, I don't know. I didn't even ask why they tagged me in the post, but it said, I'm paraphrasing that God has the final say. Absolutely. He's the only, he is going to have the final say. So you can take care of your body, you can do all those things, and then still are challenged by um, illness. I mean, I deal with an autoimmune. I deal with hypertension as I've gotten older in my 60s. But there are so many younger people that are now pre-diabetic that aren't even 21 years old, that are in their 20s, 30s. They have hypertension. And these diseases are silent killers. Like pre-diabetes, you might not even know you have it. Diabetes, you might be walking around, you don't even know you have it. Hypertension, you could be walking around and don't even know you have it. And so obesity has a lot to do with these complications and these conditions too. But often we talk about it as like a cosmetic thing instead of it being a health uh, condition, right? Instead of it being a way to be able to go about your life and do the daily activities that you need to do to in life, and go about being the best ambassadors that we can be, the best servants that we can be, the best spouses, the best parent, the best grandparent that we can be. Now, of course, you may, wherever you are in your journey, right? You lived a certain way, lifestyle, but you can still make changes now. You can become healthier, right? And I'm not just like, it's not about the weight loss, it's about being healthy. A byproduct of being healthier will be, I promise you that, will be the releasing of weight. But it's not about that. It's about living a healthier lifestyle so your hips can handle your body weight, so your knees can handle, your bones can handle the body weight, so your heart can handle it. um, and so, yeah, it pains me that, there's so many. I'm hearing of strokes and young people, and dying, and all these diagnoses, and it's so difficult. Like, we feel like if we're not going to be able to enjoy life, if we're not eating um, a bunch of processed, fried, fatty, sugary foods and drinking alcohol, and I'm not saying that we can't have a healthy lifestyle and do some of that, but certainly we can't have a healthy lifestyle and do as much of it as many of us are doing. So that's all I just wanted. That's what pains me. And I know we can do better. I know we can um, be better examples for our children, for our grandchildren, for our nieces and nephews, for our community. We can do better. We can do better. So, a couple of things that we can do: start focusing and changing our mind. Just pray about it, just changing the way we're thinking about things, not necessarily being defensive about what it is that I'm saying, and believe that you can, that you have all that you need to take better care of yourself, of your body, so that you can best take care of other people. Because that's the other statistic that I've read. If it's not that the life expectancy of the younger generations are going to be shorter than ours, than the prior generations, for the first time in history, because they've been getting, or for the first time in a really long time. Because when you look at in the Bible, people were living like to 900 years old and stuff like that. I'm not okay. Hundreds of years old. So it's certainly in the last several hundreds of years. Another thing that I've read, well, contrary to that, no, they'll still live long or outlive the prior generations, but the the lifestyle will be one of sickness and disease. And who wants to live 30, 40 years sick and feeling horrible all the time, when there are things that are in our control? Because there are things that we cannot control. Absolutely. And so I'm not talking about those things. Okay. So you don't have to text me or message me or add to the post. But I do want to hear what you have to say. But if that's what you're going to say, I know those things. There are things that you can't control. You don't have to tell me about the person that you know that never smoked and got lung cancer. I understand that. Those things happen. Unfortunately, we live in a fallen world, and those things happen. I'm talking about the things that we can control. You feel me? Somebody put something up there in the chat that you hear me. Okay, so breathing, focus on breathing, just taking breaths, taking some time out, inhaling and exhaling. That's something that we can do. That's in our control. Eating whole grains, eating vegetables, more of them. That's in our control. Learning to like them again, because somewhere along the line, we've programmed ourselves to believe we don't like those things, or we've gotten so used to adding so much salt, so much sugar to our diet that we're not used to having things that are free of all of that processed stuff. Hey, Steve. Oh, so good to see you, brother. And so that's something that we can do. Learn to like, and I'm not talking about, vegetables where we have to put a bunch of fat and meat. And I'm just pure. Like, how about some raw and some steamed and some grilled? Yum. Doesn't have to have a lot, but we have to kind of reprogram ourselves. Just drink more water. To like water. Do you know how many people tell me, I don't like water? I don't like water. That was a learned thing. Hey, sis, how you doing, Bethany? We learned not to like water. We didn't come on this planet not liking water. We learned that. And so having all that sugar in our system and in our gut, it changes our brain. It changes our gut. We get bacteria in our gut. I've talked about that before, that just craves sugar. And all time, I'm not just talking about refined sugar. I'm talking about the carbohydrate sugar, that glucose, things that are turned into sugar once we eat, like for some of us it's pasta, things like that. Are you doing 72 ounces of water a day, Bethany? Oh, that's so good. So proud of you. So proud of you. So proud of you. That's so good. So drink more water, like Bethany's drinking more water. And also another thing that you can do is have accountability partners. Like, seek help to get to these goals, to these healthier goals. I mean, I have a lot of tools, a lot of things that I can use, and encouragement and so forth to help you. But if it doesn't have to be me, but have somebody that you're accountable to. So that's all I wanted to really share today. I know, there's just a lot going on. I know we're busy. I know that advertisers take advantage, because they can use our senses, our eyes and our ears, to entice us to want, and our noses to, our senses to want these things. They make the food so sexy looking and so desirable. But it's a bunch of crap. And, the different food in the meat industry, the fast food industry, in some cases, the pharmaceutical industries are all in cahoots, because it's about the money. It really is. This medical industry is a huge, huge industry. And I forget, I should have put that stat up. I forget what it is, but how much money is spent, like, just on healthcare each year for an individual. So it's costing businesses a lot of, a lot of money too. But anyways, that's all I wanted to share. That is what pains me. to think that future generations will not live as long as us because of lifestyle. And so I think, we just got to do better, my friends. And I'm encouraging you to do better. Patricia, hey, I miss you. Miss you in class. I miss seeing you. Um, so it's great to see you and hear from you. All right, my friends, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. You do have greatness inside of you. And I believe in you. Bye for now. Let's go.